Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal and it helps support the show. What's up, champions? There's Six back with some more Legends of Runeterra. As I said, Friday's going to be a lore day, so we're playing some lore. We got a quest here. Don't entirely know what this means. Wins get 2 points. Oh, that's what it means. I'm smart. I glanced at it earlier. But what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to go through my process of making a deck. Since, as I said earlier, Legend of Runeterra really wants you to play with the cards that you have. So let's look at the cards that I have. I'm first going to go ahead and sort by champion. So when there's no number here, it means that you have all three of them. So I have 3 Elises, and I have 3 Braums. Only one of these, 2 of her. But I have 3 Braum, so let's start by making the deck a little bit around Braum. So that definitely puts us in Freljord. Trindamir's just a great late game card. So is Aniva. Do I want another card? And I can get another card to kind of put me into another region. Demacia is interesting, and Lux is pretty cool if I'm trying to make the deck more of a control style. And then Thresh is also cool. It has an alternative for also a control style. It seems more likely that I'm going to try and do some control stuff. That said, I think I'm going to want to do Thresh. Yeah, I think I'm going to want to do Thresh because Thresh gives us access to the Shadow Isles, and Shadow Isles has a board wipe. A pretty decent board wipe. I only have one of them right now, but that's totally fine. And the She Who Wanders, also kind of a board wipe. Notably, this only affects followers, right? So even if my Braum or Thresh or Aniva aren't leveled up, she still doesn't actually care. All right, so those are our top end cards. So how are we going to get there? We want a decent. Oh, I should region. I will say it's still in beta, but this is actually an excuse. It should auto change when you have 2 factions because you can only have decks with 2 factions. You can have more. For a control deck, I'm a little bit more inclined to put Hapless Aristocrats and Lonely Poros in than I am Omen Hawk. Omen Hawk is obviously pretty good value for what it is, but I essentially want to make sure I have just like blockers for days. So I think I'm going to go with some Aristocrats and some Lonely Poros. I might come back to an Omen Hawk to fill things out. Let's see. Black Spear, very helpful at just dealing with annoying units if one of your units that you really don't care about actually dies. So that's a nice card for me to have. Let's see. Vile Feast is okay. And I find myself using it relatively frequently, but for right now, I'm going to steer away of it. I am going to probably include Flash Freeze. Yeah, let's throw 2 Flash Freezes in there. And the reason I'm including Flash Freeze is that Frostbite is pretty dang helpful. Because, you know, your opponent might try and murder you in a single turn with a lot of ephemeral type things. I'm seeing a lot of ephemeral, hand buff ephemeral. So I figure Frostbite might help out just to give me that 1 extra turn so I can get to my board wipes or my other removals. And right now I am kind of looking just for the removal spells, and I can include other things a bit later. Take Heart, you know, works okay with Braum, but I think Take Heart I'm just going to be fine with not having. Weirding Stones are great. They are ways to ramp, essentially. They have to be around, but they are ways to ramp. I only have 1 Avalanche. Avalanche is pretty good to have extra copies of, but for right now, I'm just going to work with what I have. Grasp of the Undying is a pretty helpful tool. It is targeted removal that heals you a little bit, which is nice. Let's see. Vengeance is great. Frostbite, or Winter's Breath, sorry, is, in my opinion, pretty great. So let's look at our curve. It's still a mess, but we're still only 26, halfway through, essentially. I like Rasa, personally, because, as I said, you know, you have your stuff die early, and then bada bing, bada boom, you kill some stuff. So, I like him. I also like Commander Ledros. I did note that, Frank Moon, said that this card is like trash, but you gotta remember, some people don't got them cards, fam. Do I want this? 6 strongest units to have this game and grant them ephemeral. Nah, not really. Let's throw another just hard removal spell in there. Do I want Withering Wail? Withering Wail can probably help me out a little bit against the Spider Rush decks, because there's still a number of those running around as well. So now I'm kind of missing... I need a little bit more 1-drops maybe, but I definitely want more 2s and 4s to round things out. So what types of 4s? Well, I'm going to start with 2s. What types of 2s can I look for here? He can't block, so I don't actually care that he summons a thing. Let's see, how many spells did it say I have? I have 14 spells. That's an okay amount. But I don't think I need this. Now, this is interesting because it does summon things that I can block with, but I'm not in love with the card. Draw a champion. I mean, that's something I could do on 2. But I think what I'm going to do is essentially just have a couple extra 1s. And I have a decent number of 3s, right? Yeah, I have a good amount of 3s, so 2 might just be kind of a reserve turn. So I want some 4s. This is not bad because it essentially will give me... I mean, yeah, card draw is not bad, especially when it's targeted card draw. Kill an ally, then revive it. I don't think I have anything that cares about that now. This is just a 4/5. I don't hate just a 4/5. Yeah, let's do some of those. I got plenty of 5s. Do I have any other 6s that I might want? Alpha's okay for just, like, being a big, scary creature. So, I want more 2s, man. I want more 2s. I want stuff to do. The thing is, that's not great. Let's have some of that. Draw a champion? Sure. I need 2 more cards. Do I just want Glimpse Beyond? Glimpse Beyond is fine because there's an okay amount of removal. And you're just like, yeah, sure. I'll throw that in there too. Yeah. Yeah, it seems fine. Alright. And we're going to call this Frostbite. No, Frostbite's an actual mechanic. We're going to call it Gangrene. Alright, cool. We are done with Gangrene. Gangrene, for some reason, is this man. Boards. I have Curse Runes. I like Curse Runes a bit more than Ice Peaks. So, we're going to keep Curse Runes for now. I have little Grump Jr. Oh, he's so cute. Alright, so let's get into some games, shall we? Only 7 minutes? Yeah, it's like a DeckTech. It's like DeckTech size. It's fine. Versus player, we're going with Gangrene. I have, is a different deck. Look. Games are hard. So we're going in ranked. I have no idea what this is. I think it's... Steel? I don't know. Well, let's hop into some ranked games. We're hanging on the connection here. Hello, Runeterra. There it is. Going against Sea Banana, same rank. They're playing a Freljord. So that's interesting that they're playing Braum. This kind of implies to me that they are essentially playing a deck that they kind of like just are playing cards with. Because I wouldn't expect... Yeah, I wouldn't expect Braum paired with Elise and Tryndamere. Like, Braum, Tryndamere, control, Elise, Tryndamere, like, aggro with a little bit of nice top end. Because in my Elise deck, I do play a decent number of, like, 8 cost cards. Just for that last bit of damage. But Elise plus Braum confuses me a little. So we do have a nice 2-drop. This is going to be stored for our man. Oh, never mind. We have a Poro. Poro! I would not be surprised if they play the Dying Man. Dying Man, pretty consistent card being played. Yeah, it's Dying Man.
Where are you?
So this is quick attack, which is cool. Do I want to attack into this? It would essentially be a 1-for-1, except for the fact that I have to pay mana for mine as well. They do have Elise in the deck, so I think I would rather just not. I don't want to give them the random card. I will likely be turning this into a spider by the time I get to Withering Wail. Because then I can, you know, wipe their board with a Withering Wail. Hey look, it's Elise.
You've no idea.
So Elise can attack.
We see through all.
Okay, creepy owl man. At least will attack. She comes with a spider. Summon a spiderling. So she can attack with a little spider. Can block the little spider. Next turn I can play Braum, I guess. Just so we can survive some damage and get that ball rolling. Yeah, just play Braum.
You won't suffer long.
Fly away while you can.
Is there a reason to block Elise? So I could block. Pick up. Oh right, she has fearsome. Never mind.
Let's not ruffle our feathers.
I forgot she has fearsome, so I can't chump her essentially. she did not appreciate me killing her spider friends. Ooh. I like that. Yeah. I mean, turn 4 into turn 5 is pretty helpful for wiping a spidery board.
Not enough mustache.
Not enough mustache. Many arms. Not enough mustache. As you can see, Braum is a man of the mustache. This man just makes poros, dude.
There it is.
No! No! That's just rude, frankly. And I'm going to Braum. Shit, I don't know. I think I'm gonna Braum pull this. Because next turn I'm blowing the world up. And I'm attacking with this. Either block by my opponent is fine with me. Right, so like forcing this block here means that Braum is going to take as much damage as possible. Attacking with this means that either she's going to die to Avalanche, or this is going to die to Avalanche, and I'm not going to have to deal with an extra spider. And Braum, of course, will regenerate that that damage back up. Cool. So they start. Draw champion, eh. Cast a thing. Do something before attacks. Coward. She doesn't summon an elusive spider, right? I don't think so. No. No. So I'm just gonna block it, potentially. What's she doing?
Skitter out from the darkness.
Okay. I do not understand why you would kill that. Sure. Little meh. Just because it means that my Avalanche is doing slightly less. Why not attack with the 1/1 and the 3/1? I'm gonna pass to them. If they want to just pass the turn, I think I'm fine with that. They might. Do they have the stuff to kill? Okay. That is fine. That resolves. So they had another Elise in their hand, and they decided to use this now, which is fine because it means I'm gonna be able to blow this up.
Feed.
Because that's slow, I should have another. Yeah, okay, another opportunity to hit things, and this will hit Braum, dealing more damage to Braum, which is great. Unless they have a 1-mana spell. There is a 1-mana spell that deals 1 damage, but I believe that is a Noxus. Yeah, I want to say that's a Noxus. So you're at 6 out of 10. Only a little bit more damage. Hey, look, it's another Braum. What do you do? Granted damage, ally, shuffle. Okay. I am just going to straight up attack. I want Braum to take a little bit more damage, and I want them to play more into my board wipe. If they don't, that's fine. I'll probably honestly just play Entreat. I don't think I can cast anything, right? Thresh is a 4. Or Thresh is a 5. Yeah, this is 5, she's 7, and then Trinimir's 8. So I wouldn't even be able to use whatever I Entreat into.
How can Braum
You played a Braum. Well, that's not allowed. I could just hold 3 mana.
Think hard.
Yeah, shut up.
Think strong.
2 or 3 mana and just Vengeance. Probably their Braum. Because I still have access to this for spidery stuff. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play a Portal.
Train hard, grow strong. Like baby.
See if they want to do anything else. Okay, they do. You gonna kill my Braum? No, you're gonna kill my 1/1. That is fine. 2 mana. Yeah, we'll go and draw a champion. We get Tryndamere. Not bad. So yeah, next turn we'll have 7.
Make sacrifices.
Whether or not I'm going to want to Wail or Braum kind of depends on what my opponent does. If they just attack first... what are you at? 8 out of 10? Alright, cool. My Braum just needs to take 2 more Dabbage. I mean, we're doing okay, you know, on health. We still got 16 on our Nexus.
Tribes under one banner.
That's rude. Don't want to kill that instead. Because right now, like, she at least is not doing anything. So I think part of me wants to kill this instead. But I do think I'm going to go with my Omen Hawk. Caw-caw. Yeah, go with my Omen Hawk. This is a fast spell. I can do it whenever. They have 2 mana left. They could have another sacrifice card. I will say one of the things I want is a graveyard. Because the game actually does care about things being in the graveyard. So I want that somewhere.
Today we fight as one.
All right. We block this.
Stand behind Brawl.
Oh. She might be able to get another spider down by dealing 1 damage. Yeah, drain 1 from a unit and summon a spiderling. She might be able to do that. Yeah. Then Elise would level up. She would level up and gain one life, so she'd be at 2. So even that's not too bad. Shock face. I'm not gonna have anything.
It is easy. See?
Okay, so my Braum is gonna level up. You only need 1 though, right? I'm wondering... This is burst. I'm not attacking with my Omen Hawk. I don't need a block there. And Braum only needs 1.
My shield is my sword.
And they are playing Freljord, so they could have a Take Heart to grant this +3/+3. So I would rather just put this here, I think.
My shield.
Yeah, I think I would rather do that. Now, obviously, if they did do a Take Heart, I believe the normal Take Heart is still burst. So a burst spell happens before I'd even be able to use Withering Wail. Whether or not I think buff spell should be burst while a lot of the interaction is fast, I'm not going to get into that right now. In general, I will say I don't love it, because you sometimes die out of literally nowhere. So, but ball's in my opponent's court.
No one listen.
That's whatevs. But I am just going to go ahead and wail. It'll put me back up to 17, get rid of a decent amount of stuff from my opponent, and I have a Braum. Nice. They have 5 cards, I have 4 cards, but still. Next turn I'm playing a Tryndamere, and Tryndamere is just strunk, so. And now, I can block real nice and make my opponent very sad. Well, I guess technically they could braum my braum, but if they braum my braum, then their braum isn't leveling up, so not great for them. Oh, look, it's a Tryndamere. Hey, look, I too have a Tryndamere.
Who would face me?
It's a Tryndamere off. I had this in my back pocket. Just in case fools needed to die. I think I might use Braum. I might use this art as the thumbnail.
Do they need our help?
So the thing is, he could force my Tryndamere to block his Braum. If he does that, though,
This is fun, yes?
that's fine. In my opinion, it's a bit of a mistake not to attack with your... Is it? They attack with their Tryndamere, they get through for 5 damage. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's reasonable to attack with Tryndamere. That's not a good attack, though. Yeah. Wow, okay. I don't love my opponent's turn there. I have no reason to attack with the Hawk.
Follow my blade!
By the way, yes, I did realize that I can sweep drag. Thank you for those comments. If you have any other comments that you would consider helpful, feel free to share them. Okay, so his drunkard, or I'm just gonna call this Maurice because it reminds me of the father from Beauty and the Beast. He like jumps into the bar where they're talking about Gaston. Oh, that's not great. Well, no, if he blocks my Tryndamere. So the thing is, he's still going to survive damage, so like I don't care about that at all. So I'm still getting the poorer, but if he blocks here, then my Tryndamere gets bigger. And his doesn't.
I'm not done!
I have a Poro. Well, I guess it does have breakthrough, but still. That's a 3. I got 2 leveled up heroes. Kill an ally to summon a random follower. Okay, that seems decent. That seems like a decent interaction for sure.
Never yield!
She's gonna get a 10 drop here. Reduce my cost. Oh, that doesn't matter. I mean, it kind of does, but... At this point, would it be better to just Ruination on their turn? They have a 6/6 that I can block freely. They have a 10/10 that I can't.
Left for a snack?
Shut up, Rom.
It was right on my tail!
Oh, this is actually referencing Maurice. Alright, cool. Crazy old Maurice. I might as well chuck this down. Because this replaces itself anyway, so.
What's that noise?
This way I'm a little bit more protected against him just alpha striking, but even then, I don't know if he can kill me outright. Most of the buffs, I think, are... Most of the like, in-play buffs, I think are in Demacia. Freljord obviously has some, but they're conditional. So let's see if he just decides to attack. Yeah, I think the worst outcome would be if he just decides to attack, maybe? Yeah, his braum can make things a little difficult. Although, frankly, I'm fine losing my braum because I have a braum in my hand.
My shield is my sword.
Yeah, so he's probably going to braum my Tryndamere and accept that his braum's going to die.
Have you met my shield?
Or he's not going to do that. I'll block with my Tryndamere.
Look out there!
Alright. This is kind of a fine situation, I think. Unless my opponent has a pretty sizable buff, I should be fine. Obviously, right now I'm taking 25, but I don't plan on that being the case. I can still declare them as blocks, right? Yeah, I can still declare them as blocks, so I don't care. Damn. So the Frostbite actually mattered a decent amount. Do I let my Tryndamere die? I think I do. Oh, right, Fearsome. So I'm going to be taking 10 damage, unfortunately.
Stand behind Brawl.
You're going to be taking 10 damage. Am I dead? Nope. I'm a little confused why they did that. Do I just explode the world? I think I do. I have 3 cards, or I have many more cards. They don't. This is already triggered. Yeah, I think I'll blow up the world. I'll stop the world and die with you. You see the difference and it's getting deader all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. And then I essentially can rebuild with Braum, so. Yeah, I think this is fine. Because I can play Braum and Spider Boy after this resolves. My opponent can't do anything. And then next turn I can play Alpha and attack. Assumably, profitably.
Is it the mustache? Who knows?
Braum's great voice lines.
Lady Elise, where are you?
I'm a coward. Okay. Put down a mad cat? Mad cat. See what my opponent does. Gonna be very sad if they clear my board. Although I guess I had this to draw, so should be alright. I have no reason to play this at this point. It's a 1/4, which is, you know, okay. But I want to hold this up. Kill unit? How about no? I'd like to draw cards instead. This is why I was saying that card is decent. It's just like, no, if you're going to kill my unit anyway, at least I'll get some value out of it. Ooh, she is enlightened. And I got a removal spell. Seems decent to me. I guess I'm just going to attack.
No.
Yeah, I just want to go attack for 1. Not really a reason to attack with Braum at all. I'll end rounds. It's another Braum! Cool. If my Braum dies, I have another Braum. I can block that literally all day long.
Eternal winter. My talons are frost, my wings the bitter winds.
And Braum is your wingman.
Oh my fucking god. And Braum is your wingman. Oh, I love the champion interactions. Thresh is my only dudes who's not. I'm liking the synergy, I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely liking the synergy. I don't care if they attack me though. They have 6 mana. I'm not loving the 6 mana shit, but maybe I should play Weirding Stones just as. I mean, I'm not going to be blocking. Although, fuck it. Like, I can't do anything with this mana anyway. It would just add 1 to my pool here. So I think I'm fine with that. They have 2 cards. I have 2 cards. One of which is a Braum. Anivia. What the fuck is your name? Anivia? Whatever. She's a pretty decent finisher because she just deals 2 damage to everything whenever she attacks. So that's pretty helpful. Okay. I need to block as good as I can. She comes back at the beginning of the round. Boop, boop, boop. Start of round if you're enlightened, transform me back. So that blocks there. This is going to block here. And frankly, I don't think I care if this dies. Yeah, I just want to not die to like some trample spell or, excuse me, some overwhelm spell or something. So what do you got? As it is right now, I'll get a Poro and Eggvinia. Eggnivia? Nah, it's Eggvinia. Alright, I'm fine with that. That, I believe, was better for me. Cool.
The Freljord's eternal guardian.
Cool. And Sploop. I want to save Vengeance, just in case they do some nonsense. But as of right now, they're going down by 9. Now they're going down by 6. 2, 5, 6. But this is fine with me. That means he will die. I'll make him another Poro. Cool. Now, nothing of mine has died yet, so I can't actually use this. If I want, I could burst up my Braum, but I'm not too worried about it. Alright, they're double casting something. What are you double casting? That would get rid of some of my stuff, so I'm going to buff my Braum. Eggvinia is going to come back, so I don't care if she dies. But I would like my Braum to survive. Yeah, I'd like my Braum to survive. Bye, Eggvinia. Oh, and I forgot I get another thing with Braum. My opponent might be conceding, but that's essentially the sign of good game. It's like, gotta get that. I think that's Shen. I want to say that's Shen. Just get that sweet Shen pose.
That egg.
You alright?
Did it move?
This egg moved. I'm going to pass because I can only have 6 units anyway, and yep. My creepy little frogman. GG. We got the V. I'm so close to ranking up. I got 2 points. I got 600 experience. So it might be like, what is this nonsense? I don't remember if I talked too much about it, but the vault is a weekly thing, opens every Tuesday. Your max level determines how much stuff you get. I was at, I think, 2 away, and I got a lot of shit. And then this is the progression. This is the individual progression. So right now I'm on Shadow Isles because I like the aesthetic. Fucking don't judge me. I'm goth at heart, all right? So technically I could be working on something else like change region. So for example, in Demacia, I only need 700 experience to get to the next level, right? 600, I would have been 100 experience away, right? Freljord, that would have given me 2 or 3 levels. I don't remember the exact breakdown. But as you can see, I have all of these to go through. And they all have, and I'm on level 12 of this, and this has a lot, but they all have, actually I'm going to change the region just so I can show you. They all have a ton of shit to open. It's great. That looks fucking metal as fuck. But no, we in Shadow Isles. Mostly just because I like the aesthetic, and they have a lot of kill cards that I want to use, so yeah. That said, this was a longer video, a longer single game, and that's just because I was making a deck. I'm actually going to delete. These were for quests. But yeah, because, you know, it's a control deck, it's going to take a little bit longer. But still, even then, it didn't feel like too bogged down or anything. You know, it felt like every round people were doing stuff, so yeah, I guess I'm going to just leave it at that. I will say, I've done some digging into the files of Runeterra just to get some assets, to modify thumbnails and stuff, so I don't know if I'm gonna do it for this video's thumbnail, but I plan on modifying that. For what it's worth, I also plan on modifying this end screen. So I'm going to have to essentially keep track of the patron changes on this image and another image, but essentially all of the things are going to be the same, right? So this is still going to be here. The names are still going to be where they are. This is going to be the Runeterra. I just realized I'm saying this, and you don't have my mouse. So the names are all going to be the same, right? My icon, my channel icon is going to be the same, but the wildcards behind it, those are going to be the Legends of Runeterra wildcards. The background image is probably going to be, I'm going to look for my favorite image in Legends of Runeterra right now. I'm going to put that there. And then I'm probably just going to have my favorite factions as those top 4 patron tiers, even though technically the tiers are Planeswalker, Phyrexian, Eldrazi, and Bolas. Or Elder Dragon, I think. That's it. Like, I want them to match the aesthetics. I don't know about the Flipside Gaming thing because I still want to, you know, mention that partnership, but it doesn't make as much sense. I totally understand with Runeterra, and I think that's why I didn't do it in the last video. And then, of course, there's, well, first of all, I'm going to thank Zin for continued support and all the rest of the patrons. If you'd like to join them and support the show, links to that. I would love if you all gave me a harder job to do by making me edit some things. But the end screen, which is going to come up in a bit, that too is something that I've had people suggest that it should be changed. And I think I agree. The intro is not going to change. I really like the intro. And it seems like a lot of people do as well. So intro's not going to change. I think the end screen, I might just make it static. I had to commission the end screen as it is now because I wanted Liliana's feather boa trim stuff to be flowing. But I think for the end screen on the Legend of Runeterra content, at least for right now, I think I'm just going to have it be a static image, but be something different. Probably going to be another Bay, possibly Elise, possibly Lux. Those are the best girls in Legend of Runeterra. Do not at me with that Jinx nonsense. Do not at me with that Ashe nonsense. It is Elise and Lux. All right. Anyway, yeah. So just some updates about the quote unquote branding for the Runeterra stuff. The thumbnails, hopefully, I'm going to try my best to do the thumbnail today. Like to do the changes that I'm thinking of, but regardless, the Magic thumbnails are going to be very obviously separate from the Runeterra thumbnails. Right now, I'm using like the same font between the two. No, I think I did change the font. I might not have, whatever. But I'm using the same like general layout. I'm gonna change that because I want people to know at a glance, like, yes, this obviously says Legends of Runeterra on the thumbnail, but I want it to be even more obvious. It's just like, this is very obviously not a Magic video from Justin, so I'm either going to be a great fan and open it up, press the like button, and then immediately leave, or I'll be just an okay fan and just choose not to watch it. No, but for real, if you don't like the Runeterra stuff, that's totally fine. Feel free to not watch it. I'm enjoying it. I hope that as many people as possible are enjoying it as well. Anyway, I think I've been rambling on a bit too much. Anyway, if you liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. All that stuff really does help. It doesn't help me directly. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, making sure YouTube knows that people do watch my content and that people are interested in it, which will then lead me to being able to do bigger things and whatnot. Regardless, until next time, all will be one.